is already level 6, so he has to be a little bit careful. Of course, once he goes Cougar first, he should be able to chase Wargods Trevor here in the mid lane.
Yes, mga kaibigan, kaya sinasabi ko kanina, ito ang mahirap for JLC, having Annie as his champion against a champion like si Renekton. JLC or Annie is a mana-hungry champion. Kailangan niya gamitin ng kanyang skills dito para magbigay ng damage output against kay Hero. Hero, on the other hand, he can just regenerate yung damage output coming from JLC with the Cal o yung kanyang first skill dito. Kung saan, every time na umaabot siya ng around 50 na range for his champion, you can just use that skill to get some HP from the minion dito. And ang mahirap for Annie ay wala siya sustain. Don't have any sustain dito in the top lane against kay Renekton's top lane. And eto magpapahirap sa kanya to win his laning phase. And I think kailangan ni JLC dito ang gap na mangyayari from Stronger.
That's right. Wargods Trevor spotting out the pin forward of IPT here. Actually putting down one themselves as well. IPT Kaigo just clearing out his own red buff right now. So far, he hasn't have any impact in the game yet, going 0-0-0. He did try to an early gank in the top lane, but IPT here going down really quickly to the Annie. So far, it's been really quiet for the junglers. Actually, Stronger also dying one so far here in the bottom lane, trying to help Wargods Poisanity and Ochi, but of course, like we saw a while ago, it didn't turn out in their favor.
At this point of time, I'm thinking na hindi ganun na nasusulit ng Team Wargods ang kanilang advantage in the bottom lane against kay Shadow and Fear. They have Severe, they have Morgana as well, both champions pang counter kay Thresh dito, pero Shadow doing a very good job sa pag-counter ng ginagawa niya, pag-counter sa Wargods dito in the bottom lane. Lagi niya natatimingan ng maayos yung paggamit ng Death Sentence. Sinamahan na naman Death Sentence mga kaibigan si Poisanity dito at ginamit ang kanyang spell immunity. Tinamahan ng Dark Binding sa IPT Fear in the bottom lane. And they have to disengage sa laban na in the bottom lane.
Yes, looking at the minions of CS scores of the bottom lane, you can see Ochi's having a really hard time with the bottom lane duo of IPT right now. 79 to 52 CS. That's a clear 28 CS advantage for IPT here right now over Ochi.
Kailangan nila ng magandang timing to execute their skills very well sa laban nila against team ng IPT in the bottom lane. Especially, they are going against a Thresh and Coco. Mga kaibigan, nalmitin Trevor na po kanyang buhay. Ginamit ang kanyang second skill dito para makapag-disengage. He's taking so much damage. Almost enough mga kaibigan para mag-turn around ng gangin na mid lane dito at hindi niya nakuha ang buhay ni Kaigo. One more hit sana, one more hit from the turret as well ay makakuha na siya ng buhay. Good job for Trevor dito.
And also a good escape coming from Kaigo. Kaigo not overcommitting to the fight. As soon as he saw that Mega Inferno Bomb, he decided to jump away from that death and survive that. So not giving any kills to Wargods Trevor. Trevor now still has his blue buff with about 300 HP. He has to be very careful.
JLC pouring down the damage output from for Hero dito mga kaibigan in the bottom lane as well. Ochi against two members of team ng IPT in the bottom lane. And I am thinking that at this point of time, 89 CS over 56 CS ang laki ng lamang dito ni Fear.
Yes, I think Kog'Maw or IPT Fear will be going or will be rushing what item that's Blade of the Ruin King.
Blade of the Ruin King, most probably mga kaibigan. Top lane na naman, JLC against Hero. What do you think ang kailangang buuin dito ni JLC to make sure na kaya niyang manalo against Renekton?
Right here, regarding the Renekton pick versus Andy, I feel like Renekton will skill better, especially since he's going to pick up more magic resist. Of course, I think looking at the items of Wargods JLC right now, I feel like he's going to go again for the Void Staff.
Void Staff, most probably having that blasting ones and amplifying to as well. Kailangan niyang i-rush dito yung item niya na magbibigay sa kanya ng magic penetration. Knowing na yung kanyang kalaban dito ay talaga nagpo-focus din sa magic resist.
Yes, but once he completes that Void Staff, any other item over that should negate already the magic resist coming from Renekton. So Renekton will still have a hard time as the game progresses.
Yes, mga kaibigan, Wargods trying their best to get the first dragon of this match. And like what they are doing sa mga recent laban nila dito, I think this first dragon will go to them. Pero mga kaibigan, hindi na steal ni Kaigo. Kaigo have to use that void assault as well para mapag-disengage ito Stronger. Taking so much damage. It's a 2-for-9 exchange niya. At then, naging 3-for-9 exchange mga kaibigan. Double kill. Si Kaigo dito, tinamahan ng Death Sentence si Ochi. Ochi, without the skill, without a mana, he can't do anything. Wala siyang summoner spell dito. At hinahabol siya ngayon ni Light in the bottom lane. And yes, it's a 4-for-9 exchange kapalit ng Dragon dito.
Yes, a good job coming from IPT. Even though they weren't able to pick up the Dragon, those kills were definitely worth it. Even though Shadow was a little bit late on that lantern, they were still able to pick up the kill.
Hero mga kaibigan, chasing down JLC.
Will the Ignite
Hindi
make
pa rin
it?
umabot
No.
mga kaibigan.
He had about, I think about 80 HP there before going down. So
Almost one more skill from JLC sana in the kain sana makuha ang buhay dito ni Hero the Goblin, and I'm thinking na lahat ngayon lahat ng lanes ng team ng ng Wargods against team ng IPT ay nahihirapan.
actually, I was really interested. I find it really interesting how JLC likes to go with the AP pick, especially in the top lane. It makes sense because most most tanks on the top lane will end up being magic resist instead of armor. And if ever they do decide to tower dive, just like what IPT Hero did, they won't be a Skunat, and they will take a lot of damage from the tower. As you can see there, Annie almost taking down Renekton. Of course, I feel like those nerfs to Annie's skills are reflecting in that last engage.
Yes, nakakatakot mga kaibigan. Blade of the Ruined King na ngayon si Kogba or si IPT Fear in the bottom lane. Having that heal has si Summer spell, I think ito yung nagbigay sa kanila ng advantage sa question nangyari kanina.
That's right. Alright, so IPT here trying to go against JLC again, using his slice and dice to get in there. And basically sliced in and diced out because Annie just stunned him and walked away there. Annie, of course, has a really high mobility because of his roots. You saw a while ago, he had 6%.
Yes, this is mga kaibigan. On the hand, ginamit ako ni Ochi. Nag-miss ang Dark Binding. Kaya from Poise Sanity dito. Hinahabol nila ngayon. Si IPT SS has been tapped from Poise Sanity. IPT Fear, one more hit mga kaibigan. But still, he's doing his job very well para makuha na isang champion dito. Kaiko trying to respond in the bottom lane. Have to use that Void Spike para makuha sa ng champion dito. But it's a 1-for-1 exchange in favor of team ng Wargods.
Yes, actually, right now, even the Wargods had the first blood and just picked up a kill, including the dragon. The gold lead is still an advantage for IPT due to the CS lead of Kog'Maw in the bottom lane and the kills they picked up so far.
Yes, alam mo ngayon, Team IPT have to make sure na they have the disadvantage hanggang sa late game mamaya. Hindi sila pwede maging kampante dito. Sa champion picks ng Team Wargods, they still have the chance to win this game kapag na-execute nila ng maayos ang skills nila. Their champion is all about the execution of skills na masigurado nila na makakuha sila ng champion dito, or they can make sure na yung every skills, the T-Burst, the Cocoon will land very well, especially yung Magna Inferno Bomb to burst down any champion from team ng IPT. At eto na sinasabi natin mga kaibigan, IPT Hero chasing down JLC. Well pa rin siyang Dominus, and
I think he's waiting for his Ignite before going all in on JLC. As you can see here, the lane is pretty much frozen right now. It's just a back and forth in the mid lane.
yes,
In the middle of the lane rather. And IPT here all alone. Of course, the Thresh trying to clear out some wards here in the Tribush. Very dangerous for him if he gets caught by the Dark Binding. Doesn't get caught, so it's good for him. Right now, Trevor still bullying IPT Light. IPT Light hasn't gotten really going against Trevor here in the mid lane.
actually at this point of time mga kaibigan, kita natin ngayon na 2-0 ang score ni IPT Light because of the team fight na nangyari kanina sa Dragon. And I think ito yung nagpapahirap kay Trevor to win the mid lane, but still, he still have the advantage mga kaibigan. Pero ito sinasabi natin dito, Dark Binding from Poise Sanity to get any champion from team ng Wargods in the bottom, IPT in the bottom lane. At ito yung bisa kanila ng advantage if ever mga kaibigan. Landed Spear very well from Fear, landed the mid lane. On the hand mga kaibigan from Ochi dito, but they can't chase down any champion from team ng IPT, and they have to disengage instead.
Yes, actually Stronger had to really go down there to the bot lane and help because that tower in the bottom lane of Wargods is just probably 1 or 2 hits away from going down from IPT Fear. And IPT Fear, as you can see, and of course IPT Shadow, definitely bullying the bottom lane of Wargods right now, and they're really having a hard time defending their bottom lane. As you can see there, the HP is about probably less than 100 right now, so it's going to be very hard for Wargods to continue defending this without the help of Stronger in the bottom.
Yes mga kaibigan, Taigo waiting for his chance to get the life of one champion in the top lane dito. Gamit ang kanya Void, so chasing down JLC, he's taking so much damage, he can't do anything. One more hit from team IPT dito, and yes, they successfully killed down the champion in the top lane. Bottom lane as well mga kaibigan, mid lane, they got the third. Stronger chasing down Shadow. I think it's a 1-for-1 exchange if ever na makuha nila itong champion to, but ignited si Ochi, tumama ang death sentence. Very good job. The Magna Inferno Bomb, he killed the champion. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. 2-for-1 exchange in the bottom lane. And in total, 2-for-1. Naging 3-2 pa. Poise Sanity wasn't aware na meron pang passive si Kog'Maw doon to kill his champion.
That's right. Actually, I think he was aware. Kaya lang, kala niya boy pa siya dun eh. Pero yun pala, ang lakas pa talaga ng burst damage ni Kog'Maw pag sumabog siya after he dies. And this might be also because of his rules. He might have not picked up any magic resist. And I'm sorry, true damage pala yung pagsabog ni Kog'Maw. So There we go, Kog'Maw doing really well. Actually, he saved the life of Thresh with the heal a while ago. That's the reason why they won that fight, even though they both died.
Actually, when you're using a Kog'Maw, you just use the skills of you were just kite, and then kahit mamatay ka dito, okay lang. Kasi Kog'Maw is a suicide champion.
That's right.
So, what you have to do kapag nagkaroon ng team fight dito ay magbigay lamang ng damage output. And even though you died, you still have your passive skill para makakill pa na isang champion dito or makabawi mula sa pangyayari. This time mga kaibigan, IPT got the control of this dragon. Second dragon of this game. If ever na sila makakuha nito, sigurado sila magkakaroon ng advantage. Na naman, lalaki yung gold difference natin. And this is it mga kaibigan. Second dragon goes to team ng IPT.
Yeah, so right now, IPT is sitting comfortably on a 5k gold lead 18 minutes into the game.
Ang ating score mga kaibigan, 4-11.
That's right. Alright, so here we see 4 members of IPT group up together. Kaigu already starting the blue buff there and probably most likely gonna donate it to IPT Light so he can throw out more spears, of course. Both mid laners, Wargods, Trevor, and IPT Light will be needing those blue buffs so they can throw out or spam their spells a lot more often. Alright, so Stronger will be picking up the red buff for himself now, and so far he has done very well in this game. He picked up 2 kills, 2 deaths, and 2 assists. He had some pretty decent ganks, but some of them also did not turn out that well. Same with Kaigu, of course. Kaigu has not yet died so far. Coming either a bit late or too early sometimes, but so far, doing a pretty good job.
Yes, JLC is trying to compensate sa mga pangyayari ng top lane dito, trying to get that cloth armor, and I'm thinking nakukuha siya kagad ng Zonya after niya nakuha itong void staff. So, do you think it's a good idea to get the Zonya, or I mean get the void staff first before getting the Zonya, or much better kinuha niya sana yung Zonya muna bago itong void staff?
In my opinion, I think void staff would have been a smart play as well, because it forced Renekton to pick up the Spirit Visage right away. But the bad thing about it is he was more vulnerable to ganks. That's the reason why he died several times. If he had those Zonyas, he would probably have won those fights against Hero or Kaigu when he ganked those times.
Pag-uusapan natin dito yung yung damage output or yung playstyle ni JLC, talagang sobrang aggressive niya kasi. That's why he picked up the void stuff first as his priority instead of getting the Zonya sa item niya dito. But I think this arm guard or itong Seeker's arm guard is enough for his champion if ever na at least nabigay sa kanya ng konting armor against his opponent dito na si Renekton. But take note mga kaibigan, at this point of time, hindi lang si Renekton ang may 80 damage dito, but Kha'Zix as well, kung saan he is an assassin champion.
And actually, yes, both times he was ganked by Kha'Zix, and of course dived in by IPT here several times, so he'll definitely be needing as much armor as he can get. Right now, Kog'Maw is farming comfortably in the bottom lane. Of course, he has a huge CS advantage over Wargods Ochi right now, about 42 CS advantage.
Yes, mga kaibigan, napakaganda performance climb from team members of Wargods looking to the champion. Shadow goes down. Tumama ng Dark Binding dito ni Poise Sanity. Reverse down the champion. At ito yung kailangan nilang iwasan dito.
And that's exactly what Wargods want to do. Yeah, they want to catch people with those Dark Bindings, those cocoons, and the Son of Annie, of course. And with that, like you saw, all the burst damage coming from Wargods was able to easily take down Thresh. Right, so IP Shadow goes down because of the Dark Binding. I think if you're doing a really good job so far, it looks like he'll be building a 3-4 next. He's already completed the Phage and the Zeal. All he needs will be the Sheen, and he should be able to complete the 3-4. Once he completes that, he'll be doing a lot more burst damage, and that extra mana will help him use his ultimate a little bit more often. IPT trying to position himself properly to throw those spears. Getting caught again by the Dark Binding.
Yes, this is mga kaibigan. Stun! Coming from JRC dito, pero just in time, Shadow have to use the Dark Passage para maligtas ng kanyang teammate dito. And they successfully disengage in the mid lane. JLC taking so much damage coming from the normal hit from Kog'Maw dito. And this is it mga kaibigan. Stronger chasing down IPT Light. And yes, it's a 1 for an exchange na so far ngayon mga kaibigan. But Poison is being chased by the members of IPT dito. Kaigu, hinahabol si JRC. He's taking so much damage. Magna Inferno bomb is backed out. Gumamit na ngayon ang passive niya, ang X-Drinker. He was exhausted. One more hit. 2 champion mga kaibigan from team IPT goes down. Stronger still chasing down IPT Fear dito. He got the life of Thresh. Spear, have to use that flash out, and still guiding his opponent dito, but stronger. One more hit na kaibigan. The passive skill from Kog'Maw isn't enough to keep down a champion from team ng Wargods dito. 5. It's a 3-4 exchange in favor of team ng Wargods.
That's right. Wargods doing exactly what they want to do, picking off champions of IPT with their crowd control, single target crowd controls. We've seen the stuns, the cocoons, and the Dark Bind is landing one after another, allowing them to pick up so many kills. A while ago it was 4-11 or 6-11, and now it's now 9-11. As you can see there, Wargods are playing it really smart right now. IPT has a very strong composition, but they have to group together if they want to win.
Nakakatakot mga kaibigan na nangyayari ngayon for team ng IPT. Unti-unti na nakakahabol ang team ng Wargods dito. At kapag nagpatuloy yung ganitong klaseng performance from team ng IPT, I think in the late game, team ng Wargods have the advantage sa laban na to. At gaya ng sinabi natin kanina, it's all about the execution of skills. It's all about the timing. It's all about the patience na meron sila bago nila i-execute yung skills nila dito. At kapag nasigurado nila na makahuli sila ng champion with the Dark Binding coming from Morgana or from Void, ito yung magbigay sa kanila ng advantage to win the team fight. Mga kaibigan, 30 seconds left bago mabuhay ang ating dragon at this point of time. This is the third dragon of this game. And if ever both the teams having the 1-1 dragon score dito. So, if ever na makuha ito ng team ng Wargods, makakahabol sila ng advantage na meron ng team ng IPT dito. But if team IPT successfully got the third dragon, lalaki lalo yung kanilang goal difference sa laban.
That's right. Actually, 6 minutes ago,
snowball yung items nila.
Yes, 6 minutes ago, IPT had about a 5k gold lead. Now, after 6 minutes, the gold lead is only about less than 3k. So definitely Wargods doing a really good job of closing that gap that gold lead IPT has right now. IPT is now trying to isolate members of Wargods so they can pick up another
yes,
dragon.
Mga kaibigan, Ochi sobrang layo pa niya. Dark Binding na naman si IPT na he's taking so much damage mga kaibigan. This is it. Magna Inferno Bomb. Dark Passage just in time. Kaigo chasing down Trevor. Trevor goes down. Pero inaari pang buhay ni Kaigo dito. Half is the tip. Ginamit ang rappel from Stronger dito. He's chasing down Kaigo. Kaigo one more hit. JLC still was left behind mga kaibigan. You have to use the T-Burst as well para ma-stun si Hero dito. But Hero got the life one champion. Na turn around mga kaibigan ng Team IPT laban. Wargods. 4 champion of Team Wargods goes down. Naiwas si Stronger dito. And yes, it's in favor of team ng IPT. 4-4-1 exchange. At magiging 5 pa yata mga kaibigan. Magiging ace pa yata ito if may ever na mahuli nila si Stronger dito. You have to use that greater lens para mag-check. If merong wards doon sa bush na yon, Dragon goes to team ng IPT.
Yes,
and they got
IPT
the life of 4 champion of Team Wargods as well.
Yes, IPT first soloing the Dragon by himself while they were chasing down the remaining members of Wargods. Of course, the only member of Wargods that survived that was IPT Stronger. Trevor and Poisanity have respawned already, and they probably have to group up together if they want to continue pushing the lanes. Of course, right now they've only taken down 1/3 of IPT here, and that's the third in the mid lane. Probably the most important third out of all of the 3 towers in the outer lane, but of course, they need to push all the other lanes if they want to be able to win this game. Alright, IPT Light trying to do a blue steal. Yes!
Yes, he's successfully got that blue buff for Trevor instead. Light, just in time, using that spear, he got the blue buff.
And that's a little bit bad for Trevor, especially since Trevor is actually a little bit more mana hungry compared to Nidalee. Of course, both champions already have completed the season Holy Grail, so it shouldn't be much of a thirst, but of course, this will still give IPT Light a much bigger advantage over Trevor.
Yes, at this point in time, mga kaibigan, looking at the builds of Elise, siya lamang yung heavy tanker for their team. He's the only champion na possible na magkaroon ng tank build as champion dito, at etong mahirap for their team. Kapag umabot ng late game dito, even though they still have the chance to win this game, mahirapan sila since wala silang pang-catch or pang-salo ng damage output from team ng IPT dito. Kasi even though he have that Warden's Mail, he have that Giant's Mail, or if ever na kumuha siya ng kanya Ruin's Omen dito, the damage output coming from the team of IPT dito ay sobrang sakit, especially that spear from Nidalee. And if ever na mag-Cougar form siya dito, sumama na mga that sentence from Shadow, they can kill a champion from team ng Wargods.
Yes. Alright, so Wargods are actually now at the back foot once again. They're gonna have to defend the base properly. As you can see, IPT is now doing the right thing this time, using the Nidalee Spears to push away the members of Wargods. Wargods so far hasn't catch anybody, although Poison is just catching Renekton with his Dark Binding. That's not the champion they want to catch. They need to catch one of the squishier champs, probably Kaigu or Light, or even Shadow would be not such a bad pick for them if ever they can catch them with a Dark Binding or a Cocoon. Alright, so it looks like IPT, after picking up another third, will decide to go back to base and clear their jungle to increase their gold lead and of course pick up a few more items. Alright, IPTP here all alone in the red buff. Going to pick up the red buff for himself. Completing already the Trinity Force Blade of the Ruined King, and of course, looks like he's ready to pick up a pickaxe. Most likely, it probably will be a Last Whisper, or if not, maybe even an Infinity Edge, depending on which way he wants to go.
Yes, Jay, alam mo, looking at the builds of Renekton and Kha'Zix dito, or si Hero, si Kaigu, getting that Randuin's Omen for 2 champion, their only job is to zone out the AD carries of team ng Wargods dito. Kanina nakita mo nung team fight sa Dragon, ang kanilang zone lamang ay si Trevor. Trevor is enough para magbigay ng damage output from team ng IPT dito sa mga teamfight na mangyayari, at kapag nakuha nila ang buhay ni Trevor, wala silang magagawa dito. JLC as well, kanina nakita mo na zone at 10. Stronger, I mean Kaigo Hero versus Trevor and JLC dito, nahirapan si JLC and si Trevor. Kasi, when you're using an AP champion, umaasa ka sa skills mo. So, if ever na mag-burst mo na lahat ng skills mo dito, hindi ka pa rin mananalo kasi you have to wait for the cooldown, for the next cooldown ng skills mo para makabawi ulit ng damage output against your opponent. Pero pag AD carry ka naman, bukod sa may mabilis kang skills or cooldown ng skills dito, you have the damage output.
Yes.
You have the AD damage.
Alright, 2 spears coming from Italy, connecting with Poise Sanity, and of course, Stronger there, and looks like Byron might be done by IPT very fast.
Mga kaibigan, muntik na pastil ito yung Stronger using that rappel para makuha isang champion, mga kaibigan, from team members of the IPT. Dominic na si Stronger. 2 champion of team Wargods goes down. Hinahabol nila ngayon, flashing from shadow using that play. 1 more champion, mga kaibigan. Ochi goes down. Trevor, naiwan dito. 1 for 4 exchange, mga kaibigan. At hinahabol nila ngayon si Trevor. Ginamit ang Cougar form. Trevor have to use that second skill para mapag-disengage. Light versus Trevor. Ginamit na kanyang spear, pero it missed, mga kaibigan, and it's a 4 for 1 exchange in favor of team ng IPT in total.
Yes, Rubber Ducky saving Trevor's ass there, and Trevor will be able to go back to base safely. Although Wargods only has Trevor to defend the base right now, members of IPT have decided not to go group together and push. Actually, you can see here IPT here going by himself here in the bottom lane to push the bottom tower. He should be able to pick this up without any problems. You can see he has a lot of attack speed already. And IPT Hero will be clearing the wards. He did spot a pink ward even without that side sweeper up there. And Hero and Shadow are going together. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're just probably gonna clear some more wards before going back to base. And right now, Wargods will group up together once again. Maybe attempt to try to push the mid lane since that all the outsiders already are destroyed.
At this point of time, mga kaibigan, looking at the items of JLC, sobrang naiwan na siya ngayon. Ito yung item niya since 20 minutes pa lang ng laban or 25 minutes pa lang ng laban. And ito yung nagpapahirap sa kanya. Wala siyang champion na makuha, wala siyang CS na makuha. He can farm the laning phase. Hindi pa niya nakuha yung first, third, and the top lane.
Yes. Actually, looking at JLC's items, he picked up one of those new items that came out. It's called the Ether Wisp. Basically,
I think this item
it builds into 2 items. It builds into
for the Twin Shadows.
Twin Shadows or for Lich Bane.
Yes. So this item, I think, the 5% movement speed for his champion ay mabibigay sa kanya still an advantage to disengage or para ma-execute niya na maayos yung kanyang skills dito. Unfortunately, medyo nahihirapan talaga ang team ng Wargods.
That's right. So basically, he has a total of 11% bonus movement speed. So as you can see, he walks really fast, but it's not enough for him to do enough burst damage, as you can see here.
Yes, this is the 4th dragon, mga kaibigan, for team ng IPT. This is the 3rd dragon for their team, but this is the 4th dragon in this game. And yes, 3rd dragon for team ng IPT. At ito na magpapahirap lalo sa team ng Wargods. Sobrang nag-snowball na ang item ng team ng IPT dito, mga kaibigan. Looking at the items, sobrang laki ng gap dito ni Kog'Maw at ni Zephyr. Ni Ochi at Zephyr having the Last Whisper for his champion, having the Trinity Force. I think kapag nagkaroon ng team fight dito, it's all about the kiting skills na gagawin dito ni Kog'Maw, and kung paano niya masu-survive yung burst damage from team ng Wargods.
Yeah. Well, looking at what's happening so far, like you mentioned, JLC is probably having a harder time in this game. I feel like the Jax pickup would have been a bit of a better pickup for them in this particular game, but we'll have to see if they can still come back from it. Alright, so IPT here doing a lot of damage onto the middle third. Wargods, Poise Sanity not yet throwing his Dark Binding, trying to wait for the perfect opportunity to land it on IPTP here, and IPT here, of course, tanking up most of the damage that's being thrown by Wargods members. Right, Right here, Nidalee still continues to throw those spears, trying to force the members of Wargods to back away so that the minions can push into the base, allowing IPT here to lay a little bit more damage onto that middle turret. It's only a matter of time before IPT will be able to take his turn. Wargods have to engage.
Visit mga kaibigan, Cocoon landed very well, Dark Binding as well. But you can't use that skills to Hero or to Renekton.
That's right. Actually, IPT Hero just uses Lantern to pull away Hero for safety, of course.
Tignan mo, napakaraming skills na binато doon ng team ng Wargods, pero bumalik lahat ang buhay ni Hero dito. One heal lang from Light ay sapat na.
That's right. This is the second time again. Hero and Shadow working together there. You can see here Lantern to protect Shadow as he tries to tank out most of the damage coming from Wargods. Of course, IPT here trying to position himself properly so he can do more damage again to the third. Kaigu trying to clear the ward. Yes, he was able to do it. Another stun, of course, another Lantern again saving IPT Hero. Hero being very tanky right now with that Spirit Massage and that Rajun Zone. Able to tank all that AP and third damage coming from Wargod's side.
Yes, mga kaibigan, it's one of time IPT is doing their, trying their best to get the third tier in the mid lane dito. At yun ang ginagawa nila. Mga kaibigan, napagod yung pag-back na Inferno Bomb. JLC, use that Disintegrate to get the life of Kaigo. Kaigo have to use the tip. IPT Hero have to use the Dominus para mapag-engage dito, mga kaibigan. The box just in time para mapag-disengage ang team members of IPT. Very good job for team ng IPT. Very well coordinated ang ginawa nila doon. And I think with this one for non-exchange, they somehow successfully defend their mid lane.
Yes, I think IPT forgot that their Baron buff has run out already. That's the reason why they were a little bit overconfident in that fight. And of course, with the IPT fear going down, most of the damage has gone away, and this allowed Wargods to chase them down. Of course, like you said, IPT Shadow laying down the box to prevent Wargods from chasing the rest of the members of IPT. So props to IPT Shadow for laying that box just in the right time to save the members of IPT. Right, so Wargods will need to pick up a few more items if they want to engage once again. Yes, be careful. Oh!
Aray ko po, mga kaibigan, napakasakit na spear from Nidalee or from Light. And I think
and it's a good prediction.
He's somehow aware. Nakita niya eh. Nakita niya na merong spear na maparating dito. Ginamit niya ang kanyang spell shield. Pero going at it, matignan natin mga kaibigan ng AP dito ni Nidalee. He have this mga kaibigan 557 AP, but take note, magic penetration 38%, 7.
Yes.
So napakalaking magic penetration for his champion, napakalaking AP for his champion. When you're going against a Nidalee, you can't wait na magtagal yung hintayan ninyo before the clash. You have to make sure na maunahan nyo sila mag-initiate dito kasi Nidalee is a champion na habang tumatagal, habang sumasakit. You have the
and also the range of the spear.
Yes.
It gets more painful at
hindi mo pwedeng
maximum
saluhin yun until magkaroon ng team fight dito. And yun ang hinihintay ng team ng IPT. Magbigay lamang sila ng bigay ng damage output. Kung mapapansin mo kanina sa team fight na nangyari sa mid lane, they're trying their best to get this third tier turret. At kapag nakuha nila yun, they will initiate the team fight.
Yes, and like we talked about a while ago, you said that IPT Light on the Nidalee, it will be very important for him to land those spears if they want to win. If Nidalee doesn't hit those spears and underperforms, their team will have a lot harder time. But since IPT Light is doing a pretty good job so far in this game, you can see here going 7-1-3, and of course, he's using that Headhunter skin on Nidalee, which looks really awesome. I really like that skin actually. And so far, he's doing a really good job of landing those spears. If they can continue doing that, they may be able to close out the game on Wargods. Of course, Wargods still have a lot of magic damage and protection, of course, with all the God control. I wouldn't be surprised if they can turn this game around. Of course, IPT has to play this smart if they want to win the game. Right, so basically, it's going to be a short Baron dance. As you can see here, IPT trying to clear as many wards. They really want to take this Baron away from Wargods. Wargods have to plant up here.
Yes, mga kaibigan, stronger na. Ano pa kanyang buhay dito? Ginamit ako yung taser from Kaigo. He's chasing down the champion. He have to use the triple para mapag-disengage. Pero boy, Sanity trying to save his comrade dito, mga kaibigan, with that dark. I mean, a spell shield dito, but stronger. He can't do anything. He was exhausted. Hero was exhausted. Archie got the life. The second tier tilt in the mid-lane, mga kaibigan. Wargods, while being chased in the top lane dito, they are trying to push the mid-tier turret or the third-tier turret of the mid-lane of Team IPT dito. They're trying their best to get the inhibitor as well. At napakagandang performance from Team Wargods. 2 for an exchange, but they got the inhibitor and they got the the inhibitor turret as well.
Actually, I'm surprised that IPT did not go for a base race since they had 4 members in the bottom lane. They would have easily pushed the tower as well, but they decided to play smart and safe, go back to base and stop Wargods from pushing anymore. Of course, they could have picked up another third.